Hi there, it's John here from the Fit Brummie Bootcamp again. I'm here with Grace this morning, one of our members who's going to be talking about her experience with us so far. So hi Grace, how are you?
Hi, good, thank you.
Fantastic. Right, so basically, first and foremost, if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about yourself and what was it that made you join our program in the first place, please?
Okay, so I am now 37.
Right.
I've got 2 young children, married, working part-time in the energy sector.
Right.
Busy life, and reached a point where I felt that I was just deprioritizing my own well-being all the time.
Yeah.
And that my sort of health was deteriorating. I was gradually putting on weight over the years, and just feeling less fit and having less energy. And so I kind of, I wanted to do something about it.
Okay, and in a bit more detail then, how did you feel sort of prior to joining? What stage were you at then?
Feeling a bit sort of despondent because I tried lots of things and,
right.
Nothing was really delivering the results for me. Probably, of course, my fault as well because I wasn't really sticking with it.
Right.
Feeling unfit and, just little things like playing with the kids and feeling as though I couldn't really keep up that easily. So, not in a great place.
Right. What you mentioned trying other things before. What had you tried, Grace, before?
Oh, so many things.
Right.
I'd not long before this, I'd sent away for a whole load of like yoga and Pilates DVDs.
Right.
Which sounded great in theory, but then I realized it required 3 hours practice per day, which was not going to happen for me.
Yeah.
And various like shakes and things I could never really get on board with because I just didn't really believe that it was healthy for me.
Yeah.
Gym memberships that I then couldn't get out of, you name it.
Yeah, the whole thing. Okay, cool. So based on that, what would you say your number one frustration was before you joined?
Not myself. My inability to stick with things
and why do you think you couldn't stick with things?
With the benefit of hindsight, I think it was because I was trying to take on too much. The things I tried to take on were just were unrealistic.
Okay.
And I just couldn't stick to it.
Okay. And how did you feel now when it comes to that?
Totally different, like totally empowered, really, because I've realized that I can actually stick with something.
Right.
And I can do this 4 times a week. And, when I tell people that I'm doing this, they're really surprised. Yeah. And they say, oh, you're still doing that, are you?
Right.
And, that makes you feel good about yourself. You're like, yeah, I'm actually sticking with something and seeing it through. And that's aside from the results, obviously. I think because I tried so many things unsuccessfully, I almost didn't think about that. I just went with it and thought, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go, stick to the classes.
Yeah.
And then I was almost surprised when I suddenly thought, wow, I actually feel stronger. I feel more toned. I can really tell the difference. This is working.
Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, what kind of result? You talking about results there? I mean, what specific results have you seen? Great.
So feeling stronger.
Yeah.
Feeling stronger. Things like being able to run around and play with the kids.
Yeah.
Things that would have previously, left me with aches and pains, and now just not to have that.
Yeah.
For things to feel less of an effort.
Yeah.
And feeling more toned, feeling, as my clothes fit that bit better.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Good. And you mentioned sticking to it. What specifically about this program do you feel has enabled you to stick to it? Is there anything in particular?
I think it's the little and often.
Right.
I do the early morning session, and you go along, you do your 45 minutes. It's really such a small chunk of time out of your day.
Yeah.
Someone in my position, I can get that done and dusted, start of the day before everybody else is up. It doesn't impact anyone else.
Yeah.
And then I can get on with the rest of the day as usual.
Yeah.
And you always say, don't you just turn up?
Yeah.
And it's totally that.
Yeah.
Just do that 45 minutes, 4 days a week, and you're done. Then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. So what would be, if you could share one particular win that you've had since being part of the program, big or small, what would that be? What would the biggest win for you?
Just one.
Yeah.
It's the feeling stronger.
Right.
So being able to play with my kids, like you know, they love to go on their space hoppers. One of them can't quite manage it,
Right.
and so it needs help with the bouncing part. And before that would leave me, you know, with terrible backache the next day and feeling, you know, totally in a lot of pain. And now I can do that no problem at all. It's great. It's a really good feeling.
Brilliant. That's a nice touch, space hoppers quality. So assuming that somebody's watching this and they're maybe on the fence a little bit about joining a program like this, what would you say to them that perhaps help them to make their minds up? Great.
You know, it doesn't matter how many things you've tried in the past that haven't worked, you know, just take the plunge, go for it. Just focus all your energy on sticking to it, on you know, dedicating that small amount of time at the start or end of each day, and you know, you will see the results, you know.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. So lastly, over to you then, really. Is there anything else you'd like to add that we haven't covered yet?
I think it's that sort of the revelation I had about realizing that it doesn't have to be a lot. You know, you don't have to spend hours and hours exercising in order to achieve results. And that came as quite a surprise to me. And I guess it might be to other people as well.
Great. So thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate that. It's been really valuable. So thanks again. And I will see you very soon indeed.
Yeah, take care. See you soon.
Thank you.